Right. Yes. Good afternoon, Ms. Diza.
Good afternoon, Dr. Ibrahim.
Last class, we studied about information system and how information system open the opportunities to business organizations to the globalization. Today, before you go for a synchronous and study with yourself study and study about the components of information system, then we will study in the next class about the excellence that information system help organizations to achieve. Today, we will have valued knowledge about e-business in general, and how organizations are collaborating with each other through the information system. I have these five objectives to achieve, starting by defining and describing the process and the relationship in information system, explaining how enterprise applications improve the organizational performance, and explain the importance of collaboration and teamwork in business and how they are supported by technology. Then assessing the role of information system functions in business. And I close with the last objective by disseminating how information system help business use synergies, core competencies, and network-based strategies to achieve competitive advantages. Uh, as we studied last class, as a social definition for any organization is a set of processes. If no process, no organization. If no process, no organization. So scholars said the organization is a collection of processes. For example, I'll start by the division of, for example, vice chancellor. Vice chancellor will have an office, and that office will have a secretariat. The secretariat will have five, six people will be working there, and everyone will have, for example, 15, 20, or maybe more, maybe less tasks to achieve either in daily basis or in weekly basis or maybe in monthly basis. So every task is an operation. And operations could be cross-sectional operations, as I clarified last class, or maybe can be an internal operation or process within one department or one division. So, in general, business process is the manner in which work is organized, coordinated, and focused to produce a valuable product or service. Start by inputting the materials, the information, the knowledge, the activities, the standards, then it will be processed, then later it will be in the shape of output. Output could be either decision making, reports, data, or maybe information. Look at this diagram. It's a logic diagram for cross-sectional process for ordering in any restaurant or in any website. So customers start from the order board by generating the order, then the order will be submitted. Once you proceed to the payment, your data will be sent to the accounting department. The accounting department will verify your data and your payment. If okay, then your data will be sent to the manufacturing department, or in the case of, for example, McDonald's. Uh, Your data will be sent to the assembly line. The assembly line will prepare your meal. If something wrong with the payment, then the system will reject the payment process and get you back to resubmit again. This is how digital process is conducted to place order for any customer in any website or any system. In general, as we studied last class, the value or the core value of information system is enhancing the efficiency and the effectiveness of the organizational performance. Enhancing the efficiency. Efficiency, as I just mentioned in the last class, efficiency is related to the cost, either monetary cost or effort cost, time cost, and etc. Efficiency, through the automation, the information system will enhance the efficiency. Enhancing the efficiency in general could be by the automation, could be also by integrating two processes in one process, or what can I say? Eliminating some unnecessary procedures, supporting the flow of the work in order to reduce the waiting times for customers, customers either to be internal customer or external customers. In general, in any organization, there are several information systems. All organizations are using ERP, as I mentioned last class, or enterprise application. But enterprise application can be classified in 2 or 3 sub-applications. The first application is the transaction processing system. This system will handle the daily processes or the routine operations of any organization. For example, placing an order, the payroll in the end of the month, shipment, assembly, and etc. So this system will be in the front, will be in the front of the enterprise system of the organization. Customers and employee will be with direct interact with this system. For example, when you interact with the order board in McDonald's or in any other restaurant, you interact with the system and proceed with your order. So that interface is the transaction processing system. Transaction processing system, or TPS. TPS. So this system in general will have responsibility.
So I just want to ask, TPS and MIS is different.
I will come to MIS. MIS is one of the back-end systems.
Oh, okay.
Igmal, yeah. Welcome, Igmal, to the class. So, MIS, I will come later to MIS, SSS, and SIS. But as a as a front of the system or interface of the system is the TPS. TPS in general will hold the responsibility to execute the orders to proceed any operation in the daily routine of the organization. TPS, in addition to executing the orders, it also collects data. As a customer, you will be interacting with the interface of the web or the application, and you will be requested to create file. After you create the file, then you will select your desires or desired product or service. then you will proceed with the payment. So once you click from one layer to another, when you navigate from one layer also to another, from one icon to another, so the system will start recording your navigation in the web or in the system. So TPS will execute the daily and routine operations of the organization and collects data from customers, either internal customers or external customers. What I mean by internal customers or external customers. Internal customers, those who are engaged with the organization in order to deliver a certain product or process to the final customer or to the external customer. What I mean by external customer? External customer is the end customer or the consumer, the one who will make the purchase decision, the one who will pay and obtain the product or the service. TBS in general will deliver some automated functions. These functions will enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the organization. So if you just compare your experience when you go to the restaurant, like McDonald's, KFC, any global brand restaurant, in the beginning you will be interacting with those in the counter. Hi, assalamu alaikum, and then how can I help you? Then you start narrating your order, and before proceeding, the cashier will ask you again. Before I proceed, I will read your order. Then they read your order for you. Once you confirm, they proceed with the system. But nowadays, all of these issues already eradicated. You go silently and touch the screen of the order board, or you scan the QR in the table in the restaurant and place your order from the screen of your smart mobile. Okay, look at this. This is just an example for a TPS process, the payroll, how salaries are paid in any organization. Here is the payroll system. Payroll system is a data mart system or a subsystem from, or a subsystem supports the entire system of the organization, which we call it enterprise system or enterprise resource planning system. The payroll system will receive data from the employee file, the employee data can be retrieved from the division, from the HR, from the finance, from the inventory, from different divisions or department in the organization. After preparing the payroll, then the one who's handling the ledger of the organization or the finance department will check the finance capability or the bank account capability of the organization, whether they are capable to pay the salaries or not. Also will check with other parties like the Ministry of Finance in the case of paying tax. Also, if one of the employees has some installment to some of the business operators in the market. So they will check everything. The system will check everything in less than 1 second. I remember 20 years ago when such operations were done by human, it takes almost 10 days or 2 weeks. But by information system, these operations can be done by 1 click. And in less than seconds, the salary will be transferred to the bank account of the employee. That's what we mean by increasing the efficiency and the effectiveness of the organizational performance. Okay, the first part of the system, as I just clarified, transaction processing system, TPS, the back-end system, which is business intelligence or business intelligent system. Business intelligence system will consist of three subsystems. The first one, the one you asked about, management information system. The second one, decision support systems. The third one, executive support system. I highly encourage you to read about this system and differentiate between business intelligence systems and transaction processing system. It will help you to understand many issues in your practical life. Business intelligence system. Business intelligence system in general is a software or applications that handles the responsibility for organizing, analyzing the data collected by TPS. Please give me your attention. Business intelligence systems don't collect data. The system who collects data is TPS. This one. TPS. TPS will collect the data and save it in the server on the or the storage of the system of the organization. Business intelligence systems will use the data collected by, let me show you, will use the data collected by transaction processing system. Look at this. This is the transaction processing system, and here is the MIS or the intelligence system. So the intelligence system don't have any chance to interact with the customers or the customers, either internal customers or external customers. We'll just use the data collected by the TPS or the transaction processing system. Okay. Business intelligence systems are three: management information system, decision support system, and executive support systems. Okay, management information systems. Management information systems in general are mid-size managers or mid-level managers tools. For example, employees, desk clerk, employees, cashiers, safeguards don't have to do anything with the system. The system is just under the control of managers. In the middle, in the middle size of the organization or in the middle level of the organization. This system in general provide analytical reports, but these analytical reports are very basic. For example, they provide relational table between table 1 and table 2, relational table reports. For example, how many items we have received from supplier 1, how many items we received from supplier 2, how many units have been sold or were sold in branch 1, branch 2, branch 3. This system is very basic and provide the mid-level management with insights about the organization performance. But in general, this is just an example. How many dishes, how many items we have sold, for example, in this branch, Northeast and Midwest branch. You see, very basic report. Okay. Decision support system. This system is another system, but with more advanced capabilities than MIS. It uses the data collected by TPS, Transaction Processing System, and also the information created by MIS in order to create, they call it crystal summary. Crystal summary. This summary or crystal report. This report or summary will help the organizations to create value for them and also for customers. We have here an example, voyage estimating system. A voyage estimating system is a logistic system support logistic companies to understand, as I showed you, to understand the capacity, the distance, the the cost, and what should be done for one ship, for one container or one ship. Look at this. For example, as a customer, you will go to the system through the web in order to apply for shipment. For example, you want to ship your cargo from a certain company in certain country, and you visited the web of the hosting organization. The hosting organization will provide you with the application. Uh, in the web will ask you to key in your data and your batch or shipment data, and what kind of what can I say? What kind of ship you want? What is the total load of your container or containers? And where is your location? And what is the purpose? And many things. You will be asked many questions, and you will be keying the data if your patch. Then the system will recommend what kind of ship cargo to be offered to you. That is one. Another thing, will also predict when will your ship arrive or when will your load or container arrives in your port. Third, how many fuel you will need or how much fuel you will need. Also, how much money or expenses, maybe the customs, the taxes, and etc., will be calculated for you by the system. All of these issues will be done in less than 1 or 2 seconds. So in general, decision support system will help either the organization or also customers to decide. As a customer, a small report or a very simple report will be exposed to you through the web on the capacity and what is needed for your patch and what options are available for you, and you just click and select. Selecting, it means deciding. Also for the hosting company, it will recommend for them what to do and based on drag and select. Okay, executive support system. Executive support system is a top management system. So mid-level managers in the organization cannot interact with the system, don't have any access to the system. This system is available only for top management in the organizations. If the organization is small organization, so the system will be available only for the president or for the CEO or for the business owner. If the organization is a mid-size, then the top management people. In general, this system will use the data created by MIS and a decision support system also will have access to the external environment, for example, to some governmental agencies, some partners in the value chain of the organization, some private agencies, uh, sometimes some partners in the overseas, and etc. Uh, in the system in general, uh, the top management will be just observing, cannot function anything. For example, the dashboard how will appear here to the top management, to the CEO, to the president, to the employer, the business owner, and etc. And from colors and diagrams can understand how their organization is performing.
So this one's for top executive only, doctor?
It doesn't have any executive function. It is for top management. They call it executive support system. It support them by the information. But the one who make the decision is the top management in general. So executive support system cannot proceed any operation, not like TPS. TPS handles all the automated or the predefined operations of the organizations. But executive support system, no, just expose this dashboard, and the top management to the senior management can see how the business is
Summary.
performing. On the other hand, MIS and
DSS,
MIS and
decision support system,
decision support system. These two
will
systems
analyze
will help the mid-level managers
mid-level.
to handle. For example, the decision support system has the capability to answer the question, what will be the situation if we blah blah blah. They call it answering ad hoc questions. What I mean by ad hoc questions, when you try to predict a situation that does not exist in the fact. For example, what will happen if we increase the price of product A? What will happen if we increase the offer of product B? What will happen if we reduce the production of product C? Then the system
So that one is
will
which system, doctor?
huh?
The one that you said just now, which product should be going up or going down? That one is using what system? That one is
Decision support
DSS.
system,
Decision support
DSS.
system. Okay.
But management information system will just use the data collected by TPS or transaction processing system in order to create tables, very
Just
basic
monitoring.
reports. Just monitor the performance in daily
Okay.
basis. Clear? Okay. Enterprise application.
No. Okay.
In general, enterprise application will consist of these two main systems and also the other three systems under the intelligence system. Okay, will consist of the TPS, then under the intelligence system will consist of management information system, decision support system, and executive support system. Enterprise application, in other words, or some call it like enterprise resource planning system, or organizational application, or the system. When they say the system of the organization, when we just say a general name, the system, it is the enterprise application or the enterprise system. It's a system connects every dot or every department, every individual in the organization to the application itself or to the applications assigned to serve each department or the entire organization. The ERP or the organization application or the system of the organization will execute all operations. Why? Because it includes the TPS. TPS is part of the enterprise application. So TPS will execute all automated operations on in every level, in every department. It will be automated and connected to the enterprise applications. Enterprise applications in general comes to any organization with general capabilities. These capabilities could be classified in four classifications: enterprise systems, supply chain management systems, customer relationship management systems, and the knowledge management systems. So today I will highlight these four systems in order to get insights how any system or any enterprise application is serving or supporting the organization capabilities and operations. Look at this diagram. The triangle reflects the organization. And we can see how these systems, either enterprise system or supply chain system, customer relationship management system, or knowledge management system, connect the organization departments not only with each other, but also with the external environment. As we can see here, look at this. The CRM connects all departments: human resource, finance, accounting, and sales and marketing, in order to support the execution of the operations of the organization. As I just mentioned in the beginning of the class, some operations are cross-sectional operations, cannot be done by one department. For example, placing order will be executed by the CRM, then HRM, then the finance and accounting, then the production line, and the dish or the meal will back again to the sales and marketing people and serve you on the table. So the entire organization will be operating for your order. But some applications or some operations will be handled by the organization. By one department. For example, here, financing or auditing will be done by the finance and accounting department. Here, for example, job incentives will be executed by only the HRM and etc. You can just imagine any example from your experience. CRM also will connect the organization to the external environment. You see, when they interact with the external customers or with the suppliers or partners through the supply chain management system. So these four systems: enterprise systems, knowledge management system, customer relationship management systems, supply chain management systems, will work together in order to connect departments of the organization, not only with each other, but also with the partners and customers in the business environment. Okay, I give you 10 minutes break, then we continue. Okay. Enterprise systems. Enterprise systems in general, as I mentioned a while ago, collects data from different firm functions and stores data in a single central data repository. So in one server. The enterprise system in general will handle the responsibility to clean files, to rearrange, to analyze, to classify, segment, and organize the data within the server. Enterprise systems in general will handle the daily activities, reply to customers, execute the orders, help managers to make decision in the daily process in general. Okay, supply chain management system. Supply chain management system is part of the enterprise applications. It manages the relationship with the suppliers, the organizational relationship with the suppliers. How uh, we place orders, how we receive our batches, how we source for our organization, how we coordinate the relationship between our inventory and our suppliers, because here is a very important consideration, which is the inventory. Inventory in general is a permanent headache for any organization. Bigger inventory, more problems. Lower inventory sometimes will cause outages or system down and etc. So organizations in general organizations reduces organizations in general reduce the inventory and try to create strong bonds with the suppliers. Uh, and in general, they tend to automate the supplying or the sourcing process. Why? In order to maintain the production line in the same workflow. If the inventory is drained, then who will supply the production line? So suppliers must be in touch in daily basis with the production line. As an example here is Walmart. If you know Walmart, the biggest supermarket in the world. Walmart operates in more than 94 countries around the world and has the rule that every branch must support itself from the domestic market that the branch operates in. So, once Walmart signed a contract with any supplier, the supplier will be connected to the system will be connected to the shelf, not to the inventory, to the shelf in the supermarket. Once the shelf need to be replenished, then the system will send notification to the supplier. The supplier in a certain time will supply Walmart as agreed or as signed between Walmart and the supplier. So, uh, supply chain management has several issues, and these issues are common problems. For example, reverse logistic, longer distance, sorry. A longer distance means more time to receive or to supply. But with the information system, these issues could be handled. These issues could be solved. Customer relationship management. Customer relationship management can be seen as the uh, the uh, the eye of the organization. Why? Because CRM will handle the responsibility to recruit and retain customers, to handle also the responsibility to collect data from the market, collects data not only from customers but also from competitors, from suppliers, and also from the market. This is the value of CRM. CRM supply the sales department with the necessary information or data about the current demands or the field demands or the routine demands or the seasonal demands in the market. CRM will provide accurate data about any demand requested by the sales or the marketing department. CRM also will help the marketing department to conduct the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is very important for any marketing department, especially before developing the marketing campaign. Marketing campaign is the product of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis cannot be done without accurate data. This accurate data comes from the CRM. Also, customer service. It provides data from customer service and to customer service as well. From customer service, when the system monitors the performance of the CRM agents and also collects data about customers, how many angry customers visited the system today, how many satisfied customers mark the system as a satisfactory, how many suspended cases these cases couldn't be solved. So the system will provide the organization with accurate data that should be obtained from the market in general. CRM also will create the customer line and help the organization to distinguish between active customers, rich customers, one-visit customers, or also understand the attrition rate if the organization has an attrition rate. What I mean by attrition rate, the switching rate, or customers will switch from one organization to another. So CRM will help the organization to configure these issues. Knowledge management system. Knowledge management system works as the maestro or the brain of the organization. Support any process, any job position. In some organization, they call it the Wikipedia, the organizational wiki. Once you need to ask anything, you just ask the knowledge management system, or through the forum, you can ask experts or seniors in the organization answer to you. Also, the KMS or knowledge management system will have some links to some organizations. These organizations could be, for example, Wikipedia, could be web of other organizations, web of other governmental agencies or private agencies. These agencies are connected or are related to the business operations of the organization. Knowledge management system also help customers to figure out how they manage their issues with the organization. Nowadays, many organizations rely on KMS. They connect the chatbot to KMS by ask what they call it, FQA. Sorry, FAQ. FAQ.
Oh,
Frequent
FAQ.
asked questions. Yes.
Because
So when
there's
you
a
go to the
lady
chatbot,
like a lady in the surface, right, doctor? If you want to ask anything, just click at the lady and we can ask everything.
yes, the chatbot.
The
It
chat
is the
box, yes, the
chatbot.
chat box,
Yeah, the
correct.
chatbot. It is an AI-based technology will use the knowledge management system of the organization in order to answer any question for by internal customers or external customers. What I mean by internal customers, those who are involved in the operations of the organizations, either from the organization itself or from the partners or distributors, wholesalers, and etc. External customers are the end customer or the consumer, the one who purchase the product or the service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do some firms become leaders in their industry? We studied last class why some firms, despite they invest a lot in information system, but the ROI is not as expected, while other firms achieved high level of productivity. Here is part of the answer of the question. Mitchell Porter model help us to understand the structure of the market and how business organizations should think when they decide to enter a certain market or to introduce new product or maybe sometimes dismiss existing product. Just an example, you would just look at Proton. Proton in Malaysia, sometimes they introduce new models. Like, for example, 2 years ago, they introduced a new model, X7, X90. After X90, EMA 7. And they dismiss some of the models like Waja, like Wira, and other cars. Why? Because they use a Mitchell-Porter model to analyze the market and decide in which strategy they should go. In Porter model or Mitchell-Porter model, there are 5 factors or 5 elements. The traditional competitors, the new market entrants, the substitute product or service, the customers, and the suppliers, as you can see here in this diagram. So this is your firm, and this is the market. In the market, we got new market entrants, suppliers, customers, and substitute products or alternative products. Or in other words, we call it competing products. So a Porter model is very important. Help us to understand how we can develop our marketing strategy and to understand the structure of the market, figure out where the power is located. Is it located in the supplier sites or in the customer sites, or maybe in your site or competitor sites? So sometimes in some markets, it is easy to enter the market. For example, e-tailing in general. You can just create a seller account in TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, and other digital market applications and sell your product. Very simple. You don't spend even one ringgit. But in other markets like microchip processing, manufacturing, these markets are very difficult to access. Why? Because the entry barriers are very huge. You need a huge capital in order to enter the market. Also here, like in Malaysia, communication market, we have 5 operators. So if you want to be a network operator in Malaysia, you have to build the infrastructure of internet service provider. And these infrastructures are huge and very expensive. I will spend not millions US dollars, but billions will spend in order to get the infrastructures of the network operating. Okay, as substitute products in general, any product will have competing products, either direct competing products or indirect competing products. Direct competing products, as an example, Coca-Cola, the direct competitor of Coca-Cola is
Pepsi.
Pepsi, but indirect competitor,
F&N.
mineral waters,
Mm-hmm.
drinking waters. So, for example, I only drink soda drink or
Mm-hmm.
Pepsi and etc. I drink water.
Juice.
So once I drink water, then Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola lost one chance to have one customer. Why? Because that customer already drink,
You drink another brand.
water. Okay, supplier and customers. Sometimes we need to understand where the power is located, either in the customer side or in the supplier side. Suppliers, in some market, you will have one supplier or two suppliers. For example, the market of the graphics of computers, NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel, only three suppliers. So you cannot bargain, but customers are a lot. In retailing, a lot of e-tailers. When you go to Shopee, Lazada, or any digital market, a lot of retailers there. If you don't feel comfortable with a certain supplier, you can switch to another supplier, no problem. You can bargain with the price, you can ask for discount. But if you have only one supplier, in this case, you cannot bargain. You just keep silent and buy. If the supplier get angry, then who will sell to you? So
Mm-hmm.
in this case, the power in the side of supplier. But if we have only one customer or two customers,
Mm-hmm.
so in this case, the power is in the side of customers. Best example for this weaponry market. Also, some illness patients, for example, diabetes, cardiac people, those with blood pressure. How many people are suffering these diseases? So, as a suppliers, we have many suppliers in the market. If you go to the pharmacy, they will give you, for example, medication or the original medication and the medication A, B, C, D. Yeah, do you need Malaysian one or foreigner one, and etc. As a customer, you will be offered by a variety of choices in the pharmacy. What does it mean? You are only one customer, but we have different suppliers. Okay, here just an explanation what I mean by competitors. In general, the traditional competitors could be classified into either, as I told you, direct or indirect. Sometimes you have traditional competitor. For example, previously, 10 years ago, Samsung and Apple. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays we got many new companies like Vivo, Oppo, and Xiaomi. These companies entered the market at 2015 or 2016. New market entrants in e-commerce in daily basis. New sellers will come and enter the market. But in some markets, it is difficult to enter the market. For example, equipment market, a department store, communication market, manufacturing in general. For example, in Malaysia, here we have two automotive companies,
Mm-hmm.
Burdua and Proton, right?
Okay.
But to enter the market as automotive, how many or how much capital you need in order to enter the market? It will require a lot of money, and such market it is difficult to enter. Okay. Substitute products, I just mentioned to you. Nowadays, we got some new products. The products cannibalized, or we can say by other slang language, killed previous products. For example, smart TV. Smart TV killed the traditional TV. Previous TV is no longer. Not only in the market, also in our homes. We are not using these TVs anymore. Also, cassette. Do you know cassette? The cassette. Previously, if you wanna enjoy the music, you listen to music through the cassette or CD. But nowadays, CDs still used in certain functions, but not in music streaming. Nowadays, we have the cloud, we have Netflix, we have Spotify, we have iTunes, we have music or iMusic, many applications, Pandora as well. These applications enabled customers just to plug in here the headphone and enjoy the stream through Bluetooth technology. Customers in general are the biggest concern of any marketer or any operator in the market. Customers, if the customers are a lot, for example, in the sector of e-tailing, no problem. But in certain industries like chemical industry, medicine industry, so here customers are not a lot. So suppliers or operators must be careful with their loyalty program. And especially nowadays, with the advanced technologies, a lot of market entrance. Sometimes you will find a new supplier with cheaper price and better quality than the competitor supplier. Suppliers I just mentioned a while ago. If we have a lot of suppliers, then no problem. We can bargain with the price. We can ask for promotion, no problem. But if we have only one or two suppliers, like the micro processing chips suppliers, NVIDIA or Intel, AMD, and etc. So these 3 or 4 suppliers are controlling the market. In general, the organizations will go with 4 strategies in the market when using the information system. The first strategy is low cost leadership. The second one, product differentiation. The third strategy is focus on market niche. The fourth one and the last one, strength, customer and supplier intimacy. Low cost leadership. Not only Walmart, as I just mentioned a while ago, how they connect the suppliers to the system. Once a shelf needs to be replenished, then the system will send notification to the supplier. The supplier will supply Walmart in a piece of time, maybe 1 or 2 days, then the issue will be, or the file will be closed. So in this case, the cost efficiency. No human intervention. No sync time. Suppliers know what to do. Okay, product differentiation. Product differentiation, technologies in general don't improve the quality of products, sometimes provide new products. Like before 3G, we were using mobile phones. After 3G, we started using iPhone and smartphones, right?
Yes.
Also, other applications like Android, PayPal, nowadays e-wallet. These applications are products, and customers can sometimes purchase a license of Windows 11 or Windows 12 in the future. Maybe next year, Windows 12. You purchase Windows 12 for personal usage by $100. And it's a product. When you go for paid application in Google Play or an App Store, these are applications, and these applications are products. So the technology help the operators or software developers to create new digital products in order to enhance customers' well-being in general. Also, the information system will support the organization to enhance the quality of the products, enhance the quality of the communication between the organization and the uh, the customers, as what is happening with Nike ID. Nike ID. Have you ever been in Nike ID?
No.
Nike ID. Okay, Nike ID here in Malaysia. Nike provided their customers with the opportunity to participate in the production process of the sport shoes. For example, here you see they provide you with the icon of customization, customize. If we assume, for example, we are going to purchase,
Wow,
for
so look at
example,
the price.
this one, this shoes, this shoes. Okay, they provide you with a standardized or with the standard size and colors. You see, these are the standard colors and these are the standards size. But if you want to go for further customization, you click here and the shoes will be exposed here. You got 13
Well, means that we
areas
can change, we can
for
custom our own
customization.
color.
Yeah, for example, upper. You can change either leather or Python leather. Python leather, and then you change the color
Oh,
of the Python leather, or if you want a
okay.
normal
So now
leather.
I know. I don't know before this that we can custom our own shoes from Nike.
Yes, they provide you with many options. Even you can also, you can change the laces, change the color of the laces. If you want to be red one, gray, olive, and it is
Mm.
etc. Let me show you also. You can the back tab. No, not the back tab. The logo. The logo. For example, either to add
Have you
Nike
bought one like this,
logo
sir? Nike shoes
or
custom.
uh, in some shoes you can even write your name.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, yes. So this provided by Nike. Why? In order to enhance customers' experience and loyalty with the brand.
Nike
Once
famous.
you finished, done, then
Okay.
you go and proceed with the payment. In less than 2 weeks, the shoes will be in the doorstep of your home.
Have you bought, sir? The
Come again?
customized Nike? Have you bought the shoes? Customized Nike?
I'm not Nike fan. I'm
You're
Puma and
Adidas.
Adidas fan. Yeah.
Eh.
Recently, Asus. I have Asus.
Oh, access. The one is good. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. Focus on market niche. Focus in market niche. The information system in general with the internet helps organizations uh, to create niche for them or for themselves to be working alone in the market and to attract particular customers. As I mentioned last class about Hilton Hotel, when you check in Hilton Hotel, The system will ask you what kind of illumination you would like, what kind of a color you like, what kind of materials for the curtains to be, and also the temperature of the room, in which size, in the sunrise size or in the sunset side. So you key in your preference, and if you visit again the hotel in the future, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, the system will remember your preference and set the room with your preference. This absolutely enhance the impression and wow with customers, and absolutely will lead to enhancing customers loyalty, strengthening customers and suppliers intimacy. In general, we cannot see intimacy, but we can see the author is trying to provide a prototype that the relationship between the supplier and customer will be very close. Why? Because the supplier would become in your pocket. Once you touch the application will pop up to you, and all icons will be exposed to you. Whatever you want, you just ask and the system will execute to you whatever you request. Uh, in general, the internet helped the organizations to expand their scopes and operations, not only in the domestic market, but also in the international market. Nowadays, market entrants are a lot everywhere, not only, for example, in Malaysia, but also in other countries. Market entrants are there. And the internet intensified the competition between business operators. Some of the industrial settings are transformed 100% to be digitalized. For what? For the sake of enhancing their organizational efficiency and effectiveness. Best example, for companies transformed 100% to be digitalized, like travel agencies, some tourism companies, media companies like music industry, movie industry in general. In the past, how we got money? Shops selling CDs or DVDs for the purpose of enjoying music or movie, but nowadays no one is purchasing either CDs or neither DVDs. Why? Because we enjoy the stream from the applications in the smartphones like Spotify, Netflix, Pandora, and etc. The internet also imposed particular international standards through the ISO, or we call it ISO 9000. If you have seen this logo in some products, especially uh, in the in the market, in the supermarket, a lot of products are stamped with ISO 9000. So what does it mean? It means that all companies are following one standard. That standard is related to the international market. If you want to operate in the international market, you must adhere with the standards of the ISO. Uh, this is why we cannot figure out much difference between US and Chinese products, or Chinese with European products. All almost have the same level of performance, the same level of quality. Why? Because all of them are using the same standards. The internet provided a lot of opportunities to organizations. Previously, your loyal customer can be obtained only from the domestic market, but nowadays you can have a loyal customer, not from the domestic market, but from the overseas. Maybe you are in Asia, but your loyal customer promoting your brand in US or in Brazil. Huh? And customer don't know who you are, but knows your brand and your products. The information system and the internet facilitated the workflow in the value chain. Why? In order to facilitate companies' adaptability, alignment, and agility. How we can be agile with customers, how we can adapt our capabilities to fit with the industrial market, how we can achieve our competitive advantages by our capabilities. In general, in general, if you are or if your company either in value chain, either in the downstream or in the upstream of the value chain, uh, the information system will facilitate the dissemination of the data between the system partners, as we can see here. Here is the firm, and here is the upstream, and here is the downstream partners. Upstream partners are suppliers in general. Downstream partners are distributors. So we have here the the TPS and the intelligent systems. So the TPS will execute the operations, the task assigned or requested by the customers, but the MIS or the business intelligence system will help the organization to plan and support their activities in order to rationalize and revise their activities for the sake of improving the organizational performance, efficiency, and effectiveness. Web value. Nowadays, all organizations, especially mid-size and above, have web. Even those micro business, if they don't have web, they use the capabilities of other web providers, like those who are using the capabilities of Shopee, Lazada, Moda, and other websites. These digital markets help the micro operators to get access to customers everywhere and anywhere. The web value in general provide value for customer for the organization to generate money 24 hours 7 days. Why? Because the application server or the application system of the organization will execute everything. Just look at PayPal, Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Touch and Go, and etc. These applications are automated 100%. Once you transfer money, the counterpart will receive the money instantly. No need to wait, no need to ask, no need to communicate. For example, Touch and Go principles, please, I submitted my or I transferred money to my relatives or to my beloved ones. Please check with them whether they received or not. It is guaranteed 100% the money will be delivered in less than 1 second. Once you touch the screen, the money will be there very fast and very efficient. Look at this, how the ERP and other systems like the supply chain management system, the CRM system, and the knowledge management system, these four systems, how they interact with each other. All of them nowadays are automated. They interact with each other. They interact with customers and suppliers in order to support the organization operations. So they support the organization to synergize and accelerate their operations with other organizations. Look at nowadays, a part of the merging of Bank of New York and JP Morgan. No. Look nowadays how e-wallet or e-wallets in general, either Touch and Go, Post, or Mention Trade, or other e-wallets in Malaysia. How they facilitate, or how these applications facilitate the payment and money transfer between business organizations, not only within Malaysia, but also outside Malaysia. So you can protect your money, you work with a top-up technology, you top up your um, e-wallet, and the e-wallet will enable you to transfer money to everywhere you want. Okay, core competencies. The information system in general, like as I just mentioned a while ago, knowledge management system. Knowledge management system will help not only those who are working inside the organization, but also the customers. But also the customers, instead of uh, calling the organization to ask about a certain product or service or what else, you can ask the chat bot of the organization in the web, and the chatbot will answer your question. Whatever the question was, the system will answer it. If the system lack the capability to answer, will connect you with one of the CRM agents of the organization, and the agent in less than 1 minute will be connected to you and answer your inquiry. Network-based strategies. In general, companies are using such technology in order to keep themselves available 24 hours, 7 days. They will be connected to network economics. They will create a virtual model or web-based model and apply the ecosystem as we can see here. Let me show you. What is it? Here. How we connect with each other in the industry 1, 2, 3, 4 in one system. Best example here is mobile food ordering application. Have you ever used GrabFood or Foodpanda?
Yes, sir, always.
Always. Okay, if I asked you, what do you think? How many operators are operating when you order one meal?
How many operators? Only one, sir.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
But in fact, it is not one.
Mm-hmm.
The phone manufacturer, the first operator. Second, the ISP, the internet service provider. Third, the application company, Foodpanda. And you see, for example, Samsung, from communication manufacturing industry, and ISP from communication service industry, Foodpanda from software industry,
Then
then
the
the
payment.
restaurant from the catering industry, then
The payment.
the courier from
The courier.
logistic industry, then the
Payment.
financial, the financial application, either e-wallet or mobile banking from the finance industry or financial industry.
Oh, it's a
You see,
lot.
six
Six.
operators
Mm-hmm.
are working together in
Mm.
order to prepare one meal for
One.
you. Yes, this is what is meant by ecosystem. Ecosystem. Okay. Traditional economics law of dimensioning details. In the past, before the existence of the internet and information system, operators, in order to expand their profitability, they expand their business. But once they expand to a certain level, whatever they spend, whenever they improve, it will not come in the form of profit to them. They will not generate profit. So they will stuck in a certain level and cannot increase the profitability of the system. But the case is different with the information system and internet. Once you enhance the capability of your organization, then the information system will reduce the cost of the operations and enhance the effectiveness of your organization. Network economics in general, uh, in the past, the cost will be divided within the value chain members in order to support the operation. And some concerning cost like reverse logistic cost. In general, these costs are problematic, but in network economics, the system will spotlight who is the main reason of such problem, and that one will be the responsible one for recovering the issue. Virtual company strategy. Here you can use the capabilities of, once you have internet and information capability, you can connect it to the capabilities of other companies and participate through franchising, participate in their operations. Look at this company, Liam Fong. Liam Fong is a logistic or third-party company. Liam Fong used the capabilities of Guess and Taylor, Levi's, Reebok, and Giordano, and other garment companies. So Liang Fong used the manufacturing capabilities, the production line, the inventory, the show, even the stores, the show in the stores. They operate over than 15,000 suppliers or supplying capabilities in 14 countries. And Lianfo is just a company has a software connect between partners, suppliers, and customers. So, guess, for example, we'll think in this way. Instead of I lose my, for example, I increase the cost and lose my money in operating my operations. Okay, I will franchise it to Liang Fong. Liang Fong will handle the entire cost and will pay me in the end of the month, or maybe in the end of 3 months, 6 months, or in the end of the year. So you will be receiving your money based on your agreement with your franchisee, like Liang Fong. Okay, business ecosystem, as I just mentioned. Now, how companies are working together in one platform in order to serve one customer. Here, some companies will not exist. For example, okay, I didn't mention when I mentioned the case of mobile food ordering applications, I didn't mention Android. Android or Apple OS is another operator. So here, for example, we are using now Windows, IBM as well, Intel as well. These companies are the core companies in the ecosystem market. Ecosystem market cannot operate without these companies. So if, for example, Windows as shut down for 1 week, so all Windows operators all Windows users will not be able to use their computers. If Android got a problem today and went down, all Android smartphones users will not be able to use the smartphones today. Same, these companies are labeled as a semiconducting companies or semiconductors. Cloud companies as well, like Asus, Amazon, IBM, and other companies. These will play as the core or the core cornerstone in the market. Not the cornerstone, the core cornerstone in the market. Without them, the market will damage. As we can see here, how many operators from different industries are working in one platform, which is, for example, the smartphone that is in your hand, in order to deliver a product or service. I think that's all for today. If you have a question, please ask. Any question, Lisa? Unmute yourself. Igmal as well. Any question? Please ask. Can you unmute yourself, please? Lisa, I cannot hear you. Unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sir.
Ah.
Okay. So before this, there's a lot of system, right? This all the system can be used by the small company or just a big one?
They come in one application.
Oh.
Enterprise application. The enterprise application will consist of these systems. The
Oh, the
PBS,
BI system, the
the
TPS, the
PBS, MIS, and EIS.
EIS. I see. So means that this is very costly system, right? So means that this is for the large company.
In general, yes. A business organization cost in general is expensive.
I see. So this is
And
for
based
only
on the
big
system
business.
capabilities. Okay, you answered the good question. Okay,
Mhm.
not all organizations have the same system.
Mhm.
Every organization has its own operations, its own core systems. And for example, IBM, Oracle, SAS, SAP,
Mhm.
these companies will provide a general system and will sit with the departments, with the top management of the company to add the special operations in the system or the
Mhm.
special capabilities in the system. That is one
Mhm.
issue. Another issue, even sometimes if you purchase the system and due to the market dimensity and continuous improvement,
Mhm.
sometimes you have to upgrade
Mhm.
and come out with the smart solutions. Some companies like Deloitte, Accenture,
Mhm.
Cognizant, IBM, these companies provide smart solutions, sometimes will provide you with a system to be integrated in your
System.
enterprise
Enterprise.
application to support the enterprise system or CRM, SCM or KMS. What I mean by KMS is knowledge management system, SCM, supply chain management system, CRM is the customer relationship management
Management.
system.
I see. Okay, so it comes in package with a very expensive
Yeah, they will come in a
price.
package. In general, it is over the person or personal capabilities. As an organization, at least you have to pay, for example, 5,000 US
Mhm.
dollar for a
Mm.
license to use the capabilities of the system for 1 year. And next
There
year
was
you have
only
to,
one for
yeah,
there one
yeah,
is only
yeah,
for license,
yeah. But some companies have their own system.
but to
They
build
have
the
their
own
own
system will
system.
be costly.
Yes, they have their own system, but they use the cloud capabilities in order to
Mhm.
store the data. They use the cloud
Yes.
to play the role of the server. That's it. But they have their own system.
Mhm.
For example, you see in our university, LLS. It's
Mhm.
our
Yeah.
own system, but we use the capabilities of IBM in order to support our
With
operations
LLS.
by the data stored in the server.
Understood.
Any question?
No.
Okay, thank you for your attendance.
Thank you so
So
much, Dr.
I
Ibrahim.
expect from now to the next class, you will read about the infrastructures of information system.
Mhm.
And next class, we will learn how information system uh, help the organization to achieve operational excellence. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, sir. Bye bye.